Claas has launched the new Axion generation, known as Axion 9, which will take over from the older Axion 900 series. It offers 5 models from 330 to 450 HP. And in this film on Agri Tech Media, we dive into the new Axion 9 series. What is new and what has been retained? There are updates across the whole tractor inside and outside, but the biggest news are found in the cabin. The cabin has been made 17% larger and has received a plethora of new features. The new Axion 9 series has 5 models. The range includes 9330, 9360, 9390, 9420 and 9450. The Axion 9450 is the model behind me and it the top model. The number 9 indicate the Axion 9 series and 450 is the engine's max power. The new 9 series is available in 5 different models and 2 versions, a wheeled version and a TerraTrack version. It has tracks instead of wheels in the rear. Let's start with the parts where the tractor is mostly unchanged. The tractor's design has changed to no EW, matched the look presented at the Claas Zerion series from 2 years ago. If we open the newly designed hood, now we get to an FPT engine. It's still a Cursor 9 engine with 8.7 litre displacement that Claas has driven in the Axion 900 series. In general terms, the tractor's build is nearly identical to that of the Axion 900 series. This means we still have a tractor with a relatively long wheelbase of 3.15 metres. We have 50-50 weight distribution front and back. We can have 44-inch wheels in the rear, Group 49. This tractor here has 960/42 at the rear. Same front axle. The front axle now has standard central lubrication. The suspension is updated too. Rather than a single accumulator, there are now 2 on the front axle suspension. While FPT supplies the engine, which has been increased to a 750-hour service interval, ZF still provides the transmission for the 9 series. It's a ZF silence transmission. You can feel the difference. ZF have made modifications to the gear to lessen noise, and you can truly notice this while sitting in the tractor in the fields. The engine is updated from before. Now there's a 750-hour service interval because a bigger oil tank is added. The rear axle looks the same. It has the same lift capacity, but the hydraulic capacity is now higher. Now, there is an option for up to 370 litres per minute with an additional pump. If you opt for this, a 3/4-inch outlet is available. At number 3 here, you can extract 170 litres per minute from the remote outlet. But let's try to climb up here into the cabin, where the true news is about the new Axion 9 series. Before we do that, I want to mention something regarding the entry. This is not a tractor test. We will do that in the 2026 season. However, at this point, I can definitely say that Claas is receiving some benefits. To begin with, aluminum steps have been installed on the tractor. These are not merely steps that have been painted grey. They are real aluminum steps. Check this out. We can do like this. A full-size toolbox located right where you enter and exit the tractor. This isn't exactly new for Claas. They've been using it in the Axion series for several years now. But it remains, and it does, because it works. This is indeed the only place for the toolbox, which must be positioned precisely here on the left side of the tractor. Notice that there is also lighting underneath, providing work light when you pull out your toolbox. I can say now that this will add great benefits in the test when we are going out to test the new Axion 9. Air outlets have also been brought forward here. Additionally, there is a small water tap here so we can wash our hands before entering the new cabin. As previously stated, the new cabin is now 17% larger. This increase is due to both its wider design and the lengthening of the cabin. In terms of cubic meters, it measures 32.44, which is 3.244 cubic meters. The actual opening has been made larger, providing an extra 10 centimeters of space here. Sitting in the driver's seat of the new Axion generation, one can distinctly sense that there have been notable changes made. The cabin has been significantly altered. And now let's go through what's new here in the cab. To begin with, the steering wheel is significantly different. As you can see, there is no display in front of it. The display has been relocated to the right A-pillar, which is where the computer is situated. In general, the cabin has more space, with a longer distance to the door. Also, on the right side, a cooler bag has been added here, otherwise you can get boot holders. No fridge under the passenger seat, just a small space. The fridge is here. There's room on either side of the seat, and here too. And there is now a completely new right armrest. Over here on the right armrest, which has been totally changed, there is still some familiarity. This comes in the shape of the C-Motion driving handle, which is nearly the same as what we are familiar with. However, the C-Motion handle now includes side functions, allowing it to jump the driving band. So if you reach a headland and need to slow down, just turn left and it will drop speed. And if you need to get back, you can go to the right, and then we can choose a speed that might be 5 kilometers per hour. And when we return to the field, we go back to 10 kilometers per hour. A completely new driving handle has been introduced. It's called the Electropilot, and it features 10 programmable buttons. When I press here, by doing this 3 times, the display changes here, 1, 2, 3, and then 10 new functions, S, how up. This means there are 30 programmable functions on the Electropilot handle, and down on C-Motion, there are 8. This means that with 38 functions, we can decide what we want to use on the tractor. It is still 12 inches and quite similar to before, though it now includes several new functions and a new design. Primarily, we can interact between the 2 terminals. You can see here that I can transfer what we have on the terminal in the armrest to the terminal up here, and I can choose what it should be. We can see that we can switch between the different driving screens up to 5 options. We can state that we want the GPS up here, just press here and the GPS appears. There are buttons for 4-wheel drive and differential lock, chosen by engine RPM, located under the screen. Lights and the rotating beacon also function as 2 signaling options for the lights. We have shortcut buttons for the terminal here, and the scroll wheel also provides shortcut keys. This allows us to navigate the terminal without only using touch controls. The radio is also managed from the right armrest. On the right side, we now have a new lift control. This means that when I press here, we select the front lift control, and when I press here, it's for the rear lift. Here we can see our location, and we have the scroll wheel here, which can actually serve a function. When I go down to the lift's location, I get a vibration in the scroll wheel reminding me of the lift's location. Here, we have the PTO at the front and back, along with the hydraulic valve. If you mix them up inside the terminal, the color will change, if green flows over red or the other way around. It will also change the colors back here. The CMOS terminal now has new features for controlling work lights, which are no longer operated by push buttons. You can still find shortcut buttons for the CMOS terminal, like this one that allows for quick access to the hydraulic menu. The new Axion 9 generation also includes significant updates in seat selection, where it is now possible to have both ventilation and massage in the driver's seat. With the integration of artificial intelligence, the interaction between the transmission, engine and hydraulics achieves unprecedented levels in the tractor. Axion 9 is introduced to the driving pattern necessary for a particular task, and it proactively seeks to enhance the collaboration between the transmission, motor and hydraulic components. For example, when lowering an implement into the ground, one often experiences that neither the engine nor the transmission can adjust to the sudden load on the tractor. With the new artificial intelligence, the engine will already know that the implement is being lowered and will ensure extra RPM to avoid issues. Prevent transmission from disengaging or the engine from stalling. The same applies to the use of hydraulics, for example with an air seeder that requires a constant oil flow while also needing additional oil consumers. We are looking forward to testing the system in the field, which will be thrilling, when we can welcome the new Axion 9 in Agri Tech test in Denmark during the season of 2026. So far, there have been a couple of Axion 9s operating in Denmark completely unofficially as part of the testing phase ahead of the launch at Agri Technica 2025. In 2026, Claas says a few Axion 9 can be delivered, while Axion 900 will still be sold. But from 2027, only the new Axion 9 series from Claas will be established and offered. thus we conclude the film about the new Axion 9 series. This is a teaser for the Axion 9 series. In 2026, Agri Tech Media will test the tractor. We can't wait. The tractor is set to officially premiere at Agritechnica 2025, with the first units coming in 2026. It is still in limited numbers before full production begins in 2027. We are lucky this was filmed in Denmark. There were 2 tractors in Denmark during 2025 season. Axion 9.450 on wheels and tracks. If you haven't done so, click the subscribe button here on Agri Tech Media's YouTube channel. There are 2 benefits. One is that if you turn on notifications, you'll receive a direct alert on your phone next time a new film is up on the channel. This spring, when we head out to drive the Axion 9, you certainly won't want to miss it, so be sure to adjust the clock. Another important reason that you should subscribe is that you show your support for Agri Tech Media, because Agri Tech Media is completely free for you to follow, thanks to my amazing advertiser. In this context, I should probably mention that Claas haven't paid me to come and see this tractor, but Claas is one of my advertisers at Agri Tech Media. They are alongside other tractor manufacturers and the top tool producers in the market. Thank you for tuning in.